Okay, so MediaCritic. The network executives. So this is the MediaCritic allege. So something like a, what is it? This is not, is this the author? Is the author a MediaCritic himself? I'm not sure. So maybe not. Let's just try to figure it out because I'm not sure if the author himself is a MediaCritic. Anyway, so the MediaCritic network executives allege that TV viewership is decreasing due to the availability of TV programs on just the internet and mobile devices. Okay, that makes sense. So now you have on your laptops, on your cell phones, Netflix, so you're watching TV. These executives claim, so that's the claim. I'm just going to read through this very, normally I tend to, I think the strategy is to block out because it's just detail, because we know it's a claim. So BF1 executives claim. Let's just quickly read through it. What exactly is the claim? That declining viewership will cause advertising revenue to fall. Networks will thus be unable to spend large amounts to produce high quality programming. Okay, so that's a claim that on TV, no more high quality programming. That development in turn lead to a death in programming for the very devices that can. Okay, so it's the continuation of the claim, next sentence. Followed through effects of executive claim. Essentially saying that the next sentence is saying that you know what, there is cannibalization in television, and thus advertising revenues fall, and thus as a result, um, there is less money to be spent on high quality television, and thus cell phones and laptops will also, people will start watching even on their laptops and on their cell phones because the quality of the programming is bad. I think that doesn't make sense to me personally, because why wouldn't the advertising revenues for the cell phones and mobile companies on which these programs are on, I guess the revenues will go to those mobile companies. I think the assumption here is that the high quality programming is only going to be done by TV. Anyways, forget what I think. That development will lead to a death of programming for the very devices that cannibalized television. That development in turn will lead to a death of programming. So affects eventual effect of executive claim stating that people will eventually stop watching even on mobiles, laptops, something like that. However, there is a however. However, research shows that the use of alternative programs are exposed to new programs, and as a result, actually increase the number of hours they watch on TV. Whoa. So this is as a result. So this is what the author says. I think it's a fact, BF2. As a result, Okay, however, research shows that the users of alternative platforms and as a result actually increase the number of hours. So this is some kind of, as a result, that's a counter to BF1 really. I think it's a counter premise. I think it's a counter premise. BF1. This damage will not prevent. So that's sentence. Author's final author's conclusion. Not prevent networks from increasing. Okay. So let's hope for the best. Okay. The first is an inevitable trend that weighs against the critic's claim. The second is the claim. I don't think this. Yeah, this is probably a difficult question, by the way. Okay. So I think this is not author, but maybe MediaCritic. I think that's MediaCritic's conclusion. This is all executive. This is all MediaCritic. The first is an inevitable trend that weighs against the critic's claim. Okay, so I guess that's okay. The second is that claim. I don't think the second is the claim. It's a finding. Yeah, I don't think the second is a claim personally. The second is a finding upon which the argument. The first is a prediction that is challenged by the argument. Yeah, I think the answer is B at this point. Is a prediction that is challenged, yes. Will cause. And the second is a finding upon which the argument depends. Yeah, I think the answer is B. The first clarifies the reason behind the critic's claim. No, it doesn't. The critic's claim is will not prevent, not clarifies the reason. I don't think that's right. The first acknowledges that it accept as true. Yes. The second is a consequence of that position. No, it's not a consequence of that position. The first opposes the critic's claim through an analogy. Whoa, analogy? What analogy? No. The second, which the claim will not hold. No, that's fake news. No. So the whole thing is has to be B at this point. It's a tough question, personally. Is this B? Let's just wait for the best.